Hey explorers, today we're diving into the amazing world of engineering by making a Da Vinci Bridge. This is a self-supporting structure designed by none other than the legendary Leonardo da Vinci. First of all, who was Leonardo da Vinci? Leonardo da Vinci was a true Renaissance genius. He was born in 1452 in Italy, and he was more than just a famous painter known for doing the Mona Lisa. He was also an inventor, a scientist, an engineer, and a little bit of a dreamer. He loved solving problems and imagining things that were way ahead of his time, including flying machines. The Da Vinci Bridge was designed to be simple, strong, and quick to assemble. It didn't need nails or glue to hold it together. It relied on principles of physics and the clever arrangement of wooden beams. Sounds amazing, right? Let's build one of our own. For this experiment, you'll need at least 12 popsicle sticks. I'm using jumbo colorful ones because why not? You'll need a flat surface, and you will need a little bit of patience because this will probably take a couple tries. With everything ready, we can start assembling our Da Vinci Bridge. For our first step, we need 4 different popsicle sticks. We'll arrange our 4 sticks in a very simple pattern. We'll place our first stick down like this, then we'll place 2 more, slightly overlapping it and leaving space between them. And our 4th stick will just be placed on top of those 2 in a very similar position to our first stick. For the next step, we'll need 2 more popsicle sticks. And what we'll be doing is weaving them under the first stick and over the 4th. So we're just going to put them right next to each other, lift our first stick, get them through, and then all I need to do is get them on top of our 4th stick. And we're just going to make sure that they slightly overlap our 4th stick. For step number 3, we just need 1 more popsicle stick. And what we're going to do is place it underneath those 2. Our 7th stick shares a very similar position to our 1st and 4th. And now we can move on to step number 4 with our 8th and 9th popsicle sticks. For this step, we're going to weave our sticks under the stick we just added and on top of our very first stick. So I'm going to press down and hold my entire structure in place with one hand while I carefully weave my next stick in place. Then I'm going to continue holding it down while I place my last stick. Now, I'm going to carefully let go and we can see it start raising itself off our surface, creating a bridge. The Da Vinci Bridge works by distributing weight and locking itself together. As you add more sticks, the structure is able to support itself without any additional materials. This design uses compression, the force which pushes materials together, and tension, the force that pulls them apart. But they're in perfect harmony here. You might remember compression and tension as integral parts of our energy experiment, which also used popsicle sticks. Modern bridges, such as arch bridges or suspension bridges, use these same principles. It's pretty cool how a design from 500 years ago still impacts our daily lives. For the next step in our bridge, we're going to need 2 more popsicle sticks. We're going to lay them down just across our last part of the structure. The next step, we only need 1 single popsicle stick, but it's going to be a little tricky to add this next popsicle stick because we're working with the forces of compression and tension in harmony. So what we want to do first is push down on our bridge to lay it flat against our surface. This will help with the process of weaving our next popsicle stick into the structure. We're going to take our popsicle stick, put it on the end, and we're going to gently lift that end of one of our last sticks. Then we're going to do the same on the opposite end. Then we can just move that stick up. And if we slowly let go, our bridge will continue to rise, and it's going to be a longer and stronger bridge. Now, if you only had 12 popsicle sticks, that would be your bridge. But you can keep going. The great part is that you can keep building on this design. The Da Vinci Bridge was meant to span almost any gap. So I'm going to keep adding a few more popsicle sticks, starting with our next step, which just slides in under our last 2 popsicle sticks. The next step after that is going to be add 2 more popsicle sticks, and they'll weave under that stick and on top of this one. To weave these next 2 popsicle sticks into place, I'm going to begin by pressing down on my structure to relieve all the tension. And I'm going to slide these 2 in, weave them over. This is where I'm very glad I'm working with jumbo popsicle sticks that help make things a little bit easier. Then I'm going to gently release my structure, and as we see, it just keeps getting longer as we add more and more popsicle sticks. The Da Vinci Bridge features a repeating pattern, so we just follow the same steps over and over and over to keep adding popsicle sticks and make it longer and longer. In real life, this would mean wooden beams being weaved together by engineers to create a very solid bridge. I'm going to add just a couple more popsicle sticks, starting with this one that just slides underneath my last 2. Then I need 2 more popsicle sticks, which, if you've been taking notes on the repeating pattern, will weave under this popsicle stick and over this popsicle stick. I'm going to begin by pressing down lightly on my structure. I'm going to get this popsicle stick under my last one and over this next one. Make sure it's nice and tight in there. Then this orange popsicle stick can slide under the green and over here, again making sure it's nice and tight. It's got all the room. And then to test, we just simply let our hands off. And we've got a longer bridge. If you've got more popsicle sticks, you can just keep going and going and going. That's the beautiful part of this design. Woo! Oh, that is pretty cool.
Science! Fails.
While the Da Vinci Bridge is strong, you might have just noticed that I accidentally tipped mine over, which is why this experiment takes a little bit of patience. Sometimes things happen and you need to start all over again. But I'm going to really quickly build myself a new Da Vinci Bridge. I'm just trying to keep mine nice and straight, keep everything strong while I rebuild my bridge so that I can test out how strong the Da Vinci Bridge really is, even on a small scale like this. So there we go. In just a couple of minutes, I've assembled myself another Da Vinci Bridge. Now the fun part about this bridge is that it was actually designed to be portable, so people could fold it up and take it with them while they were traveling. Engineers today still turn to Leonardo's designs for inspiration. His focus on simplicity, efficiency, and strength teach us that designs don't need to be overly complicated. They just need to work with nature instead of against it. In Norway, engineers recently built a full-scale Da Vinci Bridge from wooden beams, proving that the design still works amazingly. Okay, but now I'm going to test it. I don't think my bridge can support very much weight, as it's really easy to push it down, but this is because I'm using these jumbo, very flexible popsicle sticks. I'd love to see what your Da Vinci Bridge is able to support. Why not challenge yourself to make an even bigger version of the Da Vinci Bridge? Or what happens if you use other materials like straws or rulers or spaghetti noodles? Leonardo da Vinci once said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." Today, we've built something very simple but incredibly sophisticated, just like Leonardo designed it. Make sure you subscribe to Clayton's Exploration Station on YouTube and social media so you don't miss out on any of the fun in the lab. Plus, you can head over to explorationstation.net for the worksheet on this experiment or more. If you'd like to help support our continued adventures in education, you can find our Patreon page. Until next time, you stay curious out there, explorers.
Clayton's Exploration Station.